jacket. We all have leather jackets on, so what's up with that? Yeah, this is what we do.
I've already got my sunglasses.
Yeah, got your shades.
Let me set that over there.
I'm not going to do it there.
It'll do it every 2 months.
We mean don't let it go blank.
You wanna come on?
Where do we go?
Just stand right here.
They what?
Right here's fine.
Angela Briggs here live right on the Glasgow Public Square as newly elected Mayor Dick Doty does the first official act of his mayorship, and he's going to announce his appointment as the interim police chief for the city of Glasgow. Former police chief Guy Turcotte gave his formal letter of resignation to former Glasgow Mayor Rod Troutman, and that went into effect on December the 31st. Doty was sworn in as mayor of Glasgow on the evening of the 31st, and again, this will be his first official appointment and announcement as the newly elected mayor for the city of Glasgow.
Hey, you man, you
The look on your face.
Is that good?
All right, folks, Angela Briggs here live right on the square downtown Glasgow as we're about 10 minutes away now from the first official act by newly elected Mayor of Glasgow, Dick Doty. Former Mayor Rhonda Trout will receive a letter of resignation from former Police Chief Guy Turcotte to take effect the 31st of this year. Doty, who was just sworn in the evening of the 31st, this will be his first actual official announcement and official press conference as he has taken his new role on as mayor for the city of Glasgow. Again, folks, we're about 10 minutes away as Dick Doty will announce the new interim chief for the Glasgow Police Department.
There's the man.
just a little bit. I just don't want to be in any pictures. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Effective January the 1st, I've appointed James Duff as the interim chief of police for the city of Glasgow. Of course, pursuant to city first regular council meeting held on January the 12th. James Duff is a veteran police officer. He served with Glasgow's police force for over 22 years. He has more seniority than any other officer within the department. He began as a patrolman in 1992 and has diligently worked his way through the ranks within the department. Before this last appointment, he served as the patrol sergeant, staff sergeant, patrol captain, and most recently served as the deputy chief of police / operations commander since 2009. And as a result, Chief Duff has a tremendous amount of experience both on the street and as an administrator, and I have great confidence in his ability to lead the department during this time of transition. And I want to emphasize the word transition because I'll speak about that more in just a moment. Unfortunately, there's been quite a bit of publicity and talk within the community about the police department. And as I begin my tenure as mayor, I say to the citizens of Glasgow, it's high time that we get our house in order. I firmly believe that the highest compliment that can be paid a police force is for them to receive any lack of attention whatsoever. Since the events of last Friday, when Turcotte resigned as the chief of police and former mayor reassigned him to lieutenant colonel, I've been asked questions by the media and citizens alike. Questions such as, what do I make of this? What am I going to do going forward? So today I'm prepared to comment, but this will be my only comment. And then we roll up our sleeves and go to work restoring the image of this department. Suffice to say, Officer Turcotte's resignation as chief and his reassignment within the department was a total surprise to me. And it came at the 11th hour of an outgoing administration. I take the comments on the subject by both Officer Turcotte and the former mayor, as they appeared in the media, at face value. And I will not speculate as to their motives or their thought processes behind those actions taken. However, quite frankly, the actions taken prior to my taking office have only served to exacerbate the turmoil within the department. There was no open funded position within the department for Officer Turcotte to fill, and apparently one was created in order to facilitate that reassignment. I feel it gives a negative perception that some backdoor deal was struck to save a job. Moreover, Officer Turcotte's reassignment has caused an unorthodox, out-of-policy realignment of the police force's rank and file. Other officers within the department must no doubt question how an individual is permitted to resign from a post and then leapfrog over other ranking personnel without first going through the promotional process. Certainly this action is a first in the history of the department and has the potential for negatively impacting morale in the department that is already suffering from poor publicity. With all due respect to the prior administration, I would have appreciated the professional courtesy of being given the opportunity to make transition decisions for myself rather than having those made for me. And if the shoe were on the other foot, I feel certain the former mayor would have the same point of view. That being said, I did not deal these cards, but rest assured I will play them as they have been dealt, and my administration will faithfully abide by all the applicable laws and protocols in the matter and do what needs to be done. I, for one, have grown tired of the petty back and forth posturing that has gone on over the last several months as it relates to the police department. As mayor, here's what I expect. Or no, here's what I demand will take place. Chief Duff will immediately take charge of the department. In leading the department, he will carry out the mandates and the procedures as set forth in the department's operations policy and procedure manual. And he will insist that each and every officer under his command do the same. Specifically, the department's manual states unequivocally that command staff, lieutenant colonels, majors, corporals, and detectives are appointed and serve Finally, I want to go back to the word transition. I want to make it clear that I have appointed James Duff as the interim chief. It is my intention over the course of the next several weeks, or months, or however long it takes, to begin a process for hiring the individual who will permanently be appointed to that position. I've already been in contact with the Kentucky League of Cities, and this agency has a special section that deals solely with law enforcement issues. There's a group of retired law enforcement persons who are available to assist cities in designing and implementing this hiring process, and I will lean heavily on their expertise. You will hear more about the process in the near future, but it is imperative that this process be handled with the utmost attention to detail so that the citizens of Glasgow can trust and buy into the ultimate appointment. I thank each of you for coming and taking your time to be here today. I'm very excited to get to work. I appreciate the confidence that the citizens have shown by electing me as their mayor, and I will do my level best to carry out the duties of the office in a manner that will make you proud of this fine city. Happy New Year to everyone. Again, thank you for coming. This is James Duff, if you did not know.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a word of confidence.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'd like to thank all the officers for coming, I appreciate it. And to the citizens, I want you to know that we're gonna work hard to try to build respect back in this community that we serve, and that you deserve. The door's open to everybody. And anybody has any questions or any concerns or any thoughts, please come by Glasgow Police Department. If I'm not there, there'll be somebody there who will talk to you and can talk to you. Our door's gonna remain open, and we're gonna remain, or somebody at all times can reach us. And I promise you one thing for sure. From now on out, this department